Hello and welcome to your Pilates workout of the day. You're going to join me. All you will need is some ankle weights. If you don't have them, you can still do this exercise without. I also have some hand weights. If you just have the ankle weights, we're going to switch them at one point, and you will meet me on a soft surface on all fours. All right, we're going to start with some cat-cow. So first we will round our back, lower our gaze, and then arch your back, lift your gaze. And repeat, rounding the spines, and then arching the spine, lifting everything up. A few more here. Last two. And last one, finding that round spine, arching that back one last time, and then you will meet me in your neutral spine. You're gonna have your knees stacked below your hips, your hands are gonna be stacked below your shoulders, and extend our right leg out first to start, so pressing the toes into the mat so we have some stability here. We're gonna find a round back again, but we're gonna lift that left knee into our chest, finding that round spine, finding that engagement in those abdominals. Lower that knee back down, lift foot, find your Pilates push-up. And again, drop that foot back down, lift knee to chest, lower knee down, find your Pilates push-up. Great job. We have 8 here. Leading with the chest each time you come down for 7. Exhale, roll that knee into chest for 6. Last 5. Last 4. 3. You got it for 2. And last 1. Leave that leg extended for me. We're going to go right into some lower and lifts with the glute work. You're going to drop that foot down to the ground, lift that foot back up, and repeat. Dropping foot, lift back up. So we want to make sure that we're tucking the ribs down to our hips. We're resisting any arching in that spine. Lifting that foot to find that engagement in that working glute. Finding that squeeze on that right side. For 5. 4. Last 3. 2. And 1. Keep that foot lifted. We're going to find some rainbows. You're going to drop that foot, crossing it over your left ankle. Lift back up. Drop that foot over to the right corner of your mat. Lift back up. Drawing that rainbow through the sky. Keeping that stability in that spine, resisting any arching. Neck is nice and long. The gaze is down to your mat. For 5. 4. Last 3. 2. You got it. For your last one, tap that left corner, draw that rainbow, keep that foot raised. You're going to drop down to your left forearm, keep your right palm on the mat. We're going to draw that right knee to your right elbow. Extend back out. And repeat, drawing right knee to elbow, extend back out. Opening up that hip, finding that slight crunch on that right side of that oblique. You got it. Exhale, bend into chest. Inhale, straighten. We have 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold into that elbow. We're going to draw tiny circles with that kneecap. Just waking up that hip, drawing tiny circles in one direction for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that knee, pulls it to ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close back down. Come back up to your hands, separate your knees, sit back into your ankles, take that rest pose. And then when we're ready, we will come back up to all fours, adjust our knees to go under our hips, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So left leg comes extended, toes come down to mat. We're bringing in that right knee into our chest to find that round back. Drop down, find your Pilates push-up. And repeat, round back, Pilates push-up. You got it. Keep drawing that belly button away from your t-shirt, especially when you bring that knee into your chest. We're here for 7. Last 6. Make sure you're leading with that chest when you bring it down. For 3. 2. And 1. Keep that leg extended, lower that foot, lift back up. And repeat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep foot lifted, cross to right side of mat. Draw that rainbow over to the left. Cross back over. Belly button is tucked away from that t-shirt, trying to touch the back of that spine. You got it. Maybe lift that leg up a little bit higher. For 6, 5, last 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg back up, drop down to your right forearm. We go into those fire hydrants again. Bend to knee, straighten back out. And repeat. You're trying to keep those hips parallel down to that mat. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and hold. Draw those tiny circles in that one direction for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set, pulse up to the ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop knee, hands come back down, separate those knees. Take that rest. All right, when we are ready, we will come back lying onto our chest. We're gonna go into some posterior chain movements. I don't think I have enough room with this plant, so excuse me while I slide it away. And we're gonna rest our head on our hands as they're stacked below. Resting those feet down on that mat, keeping them glued to the mat to start. You're going to lift the chest, lower back down, and repeat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And repeat. You always want to make sure you are tucking that belly button into your spine. You're smushing those hip bones down to the mat to protect that low back as we do these movements. Let's do 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Drop your head back down. Bend knees, sway side to side. Drop those legs down. We're going to lift the legs now, keeping the head down. Lifting legs up, lowering back down. squeezing those glutes. Lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep tucking that belly button to your spine for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop everything down. We're going to lift everything at once so the chest and the legs are lifting. You exhale, lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold everything lifted. I want you to extend your arms out forward. You're going to bend those elbows into the sides of the body. Straighten back out. Bend elbows. Straighten back out. Drawing those shoulder blades down to their sockets. Coming back out. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's add the legs. You're going to open legs, close legs. Open legs, close legs. For 5, 4. Keep tucking that belly button. 3, 2, 1. Hold everything extended. We finish off with swimmers, opposite leg, opposite arm. Swimming through that ocean for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your head down, bend those knees, give those knee sways. Side to side. Drop those legs, lift those hands under your chest. We'll take a swan here, where we lift the head, neck, and shoulders, finding that nice stretch for that back. Bend elbows, lower back down. And repeat, lifting that chest. Lowering back down. Great job. When you are ready, you will come up and you're going to meet me on your knees. All right, this is where you have the option. If you have those ankle weights, you're going to take them off your ankles and put them on your wrist, or you could also just hold them. I have some 2.5 pound weights here with me, so I'm going to use these. As always, if you don't have either of those options, you can do it with just the air. Just think about that mind-body connection to the muscles that I mentioned throughout this series. We're gonna work out our arms, so holding onto our knees, sitting nice and tall, tucking that belly button to spine, holding those shoulders down into their sockets. We'll start with prayer arms. Elbows touch, palms touch. Open up to our goalpost. Squeeze to prayer. Open back up. Squeeze to prayer. You got it. Verse 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those elbows to touch. Shoot those hands up to the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goalpost, prayer. Goalpost, prayer. Keep tucking that belly button to spine, gliding those ribs down to those hips because we are using that core as well as our biceps here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten arms, draw those tiny circles going in one direction. You decide which way. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse. You got it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those arms just for a second. I'm going to move to my side so you see what I'm doing. We're going to hinge forward in a slight squat. We're going to open up those arms, that goalpost arms again. We're going to work out those shoulders by extending arms up, drop back down, and reach. Drop back down. You got it. Woo. Feeling those arms burning up. Making sure our shoulders are staying in their sockets. They're not coming up to your ears. Verse 6, 5, 4, 3, keep that hinge of those hips for this last 2. 1, drop those arms, drop them down, tricep bends. We're gonna squeeze through the center line of that back. Try and get those shoulder blades to tap in that upper back for me. As well as think of that sensation every time you're reaching those arms back, as if you're gonna clap your hands behind your glutes. You won't be able to, but keep trying to achieve that clap. Squeezing those triceps, those upper arms, right above those elbows. For 4, 3, 2, hold back, pulls up to ceiling. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold for that static holds. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold with me. Switch those palms to face the ceiling. We draw tiny circles in one direction just for 6, 5, keep breathing. Exhale and inhale for 3, 2, and 1. Reverse for 6, 5, squeezing those triceps for 3, 2. Last set of pulses to the ceiling, shooting those palms for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights just for a second. Take that quick stretch of those arms, pulling one hand across chest, pulling it closer with the opposite arm. Come back to center, reach to the other side. Great job. We are almost there. We're just going to finish off with some obliques. We will hold on to those weights. If you decide you don't like the weights or you don't have them, just ditch them at any point. We're going to find that slight hinge towards the back of the room. So I'm going to have you reach those arms forward, palms facing each other, hinging back, coming back straight. So we're keeping a flat back hinge for this whole series. So to keep that back straight, we're pulling that belly button into our spine, tucking those ribs down to your hips every time we lower. Whew, I am shaking. You got this. And on your next one, I'm going to face you guys because I need more room. We are going to hinge back, open arms, come back to center. Hinge and open. Come back to center. For 6. Exhale, open. For 3, 2, and 1. Take that child's pose, take that rest before we go into our next part. All right, when we are ready, we're going to go back into that hold of that flat back hinge. Bring hands to chest, staying nice and strong in that core. We twist to the right, come center, twist to the left, come center. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Pulling that ribs down to that hip. Think about if you had a towel of water and you're wringing out the water each time you twist. Using those obliques, squeezing those glutes to protect that low back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. We pulse up an inch and down an inch. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, reset. Last part of the series, we hold those arms straight. We hinge back, bring right hand to chest, twist open arms, bring to chest, come forward. And again, on the other side. Same sensation. You're wringing out that water in those obliques. For 5. Final push here for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold arms forward, repulse last set for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop weights. Bring those hands down. We take that child's pose, that final rest. Let's walk our hands over to the left side of our mat, opening up that side body here. Come back to center. Walk to the right side of the mat, opening up that other side. Come back to center and just rest here for however long you need to. Thank you so much for joining me in your workout today. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in your next workout.